To football fans who think about a road trip and all of the problems of getting the wardrobe together, the right fashions, get everything packed so that the trip goes easily, well, to a lot of people that's a big job, but you heard nothing yet. We're in the equipment area of the University of Tennessee Athletic Department talking to Gene Sprague, who's in charge of Tennessee when it goes on the road, and the football team. And Gene, a person who's packing a suitcase, they're not even scratching the surface as far as you're concerned, are they?
Well, there's quite a bit of packing to do, John. It sure is.
I think fans would be interested in knowing when the football team goes on the road, just sort of talk us through what you do to get ready to move all the equipment, how it's done, how you get it there.
Well, John, on Monday, our preparations start on Monday after we get back to the equipment room here. We order our jerseys, get them all printed up, and then we wait for our laundry to get back and get everything cleaned up, and we check all of our equipment, the shoes and the helmets, the shoulder pads, to make sure there's no damage. If there is, we get it repaired, and then we start getting everything lined up to pack their kits for the next game.
You know, one thing that interested me was the fact that just in the matter of helmets, and this is sort of an example of the constant refurbishing of equipment that's necessary. A lot of games, and many games, especially I assume with linemen, the tape or the T which fans see on the side of the helmet could be absolutely just scraped off, and there's all kinds of paint from the other helmets on those.
Yes, sir. You'll have splotches of blue paint and red paint, and the T's will be taped off. It's quite a job to tape them.
Each week, the managers have to, what, polish and retape and everything. Tell us something about the helmets.
Well, John, usually on Wednesday night, the managers, they get the helmets, they clean them all up and polish them, put a coat of wax on them, and then we put the T's on them and the strip of tape down the center of the helmet and get them cleaned up looking presentable.
Now, you've packed in a kit, an individual aluminum case, all the equipment of of each player individually. Is that right?
Yes, sir. That's right.
Then what happens? You get ready to go on the road. Do you fly with the team?
No, we take the equipment by truck, John. We when we get all the kits packed, we order a truck, and then the truck arrives here on Thursday, and we load Thursday night after the workout on Thursday, and we're usually through within an hour or two after the team's off the field, because we've done a lot of preparation through the week.
Then what happens? When do you make the trip?
Well, it depends on the distance. Usually there are shorter trips to Atlanta or Nashville. We usually leave about 7 o'clock Friday morning. We get there and get set up for the workout on Friday afternoon.
Which means that you go direct to the stadium, and then you have to unload each individual kit, set it up in the locker room area so that when Tennessee flies in, the players, all they do, they come to the stadium, and it's just like home almost.
Yes, sir. Everything's hung at each individual's locker. His number is put on the locker, and he's ready to dress when he arrives.
Now, after the game, of course, during the game, you're making minor repairs, and after the game, the players come back to the dressing room. They take their football uniforms off, they get dressed, they hop on the plane and come home. You don't.
No, that's when the work really starts, John.
And how long does it take sometimes to get everything packed up?
Well, usually after the dressing room is cleared, we're packed and on the truck and ready to start back. We come right straight back so we can get everything hung up. It takes about an hour.
And then everything's packed, it's all dirty, messy. What happens to it?
We bring it back to the equipment room here, and it goes back into the dressing room. We separate the laundry and get it ready to go to the laundry and hang up the gear back at their home locker.
You've got a big job.
I think so. It's an important job. We enjoy it. John, I tell you, the managers have done a great job on this, and they're a great help. They know what they're doing, and they work hard. When
Tennessee takes the field, everybody says it's Big Orange time, and I think we could sum up this interview by saying that when Tennessee takes the field, it not only is Big Orange time, but probably one of the best-dressed football teams in the country is out there on the field, thanks to you.
Thank you, John.
Our thanks to Gene Sprague, equipment manager at the University of Tennessee, in the equipment room at the university.